Okay guys, I'm going to cover now, some people call it the power grip more, that's fine. It's just it's a nice tight grip. I like it a lot, especially on strong guys. A good friend of mine, George Santiago, uses it constantly. He's had a lot of luck with it. I'm sure you guys are familiar with it, but I just want to teach it to you guys because how I do the pressure I think is important. Okay, take position. So there's advantages to this a lot because it's a very strong grip and you're going to keep the arm very bent. All right, so I'll teach you guys some intros into it in a little bit, but I want you to understand the foundation of the lock. And I'm going to go ahead, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go crook. The crook of my elbow is a big part of this because the crook of my elbow is a dead end. Okay, and now when I'm here, I like to create that nice forearm. See how I'm straight here? If I bend it like this right now, it's not going to really help me. I want to keep that nice and painful grip and lock. And I'm going to go tricep and elbow. Okay? Now, what a lot of people forget about this grip is that they keep this pocket. You want to literally hug this into your chest. So right now, I can tell this is my forearm is burning into his forearm right now because I'm using the ridge part of my wrist. I mean on my forearm to the fat side of his. So this right now, once I hug it, there's no way in hell he's getting this arm straight. Now, how to get in position? It's pretty kind of simple. I just try to. I believe in being brutality. I'm not gonna do some fancy cruise by. Like if a guy's giving me static, I'll pop my hips, but I'm just gonna grind. Now, I like to smooth my head to the other side and the position my hips to the other side. What I like to do is I like to drop my hip here and turn his head towards the joint. This is bad news for him. It's gonna break, okay? Very, very powerful grip. And I actually put my hip down. Some people you can put the hip on the other side of the shoulder, that will work. But you can still cover the other shoulder and you can get some success with it too. It doesn't matter, it will work. But I like to drop my hip right on his face. And if I have to, I'll drag my body across it, all right? Nothing illegal about it. Okay, nice and up, hug it tight. Now I'll come and then I go and I just start to grab. See how I'm turning his head? You okay? Mm-hmm. It takes very little pressure. And all I'm doing is I'm just doing this, I'm doing the same motion I showed you guys from here, the ice pick. Doing the same thing, ice picking. I'm not doing this big dramatic motion, I'm not trying to pull or anything. I'm just covering and straight. That's it. Just boom. You can get in situations where a guy has his hands locked or his hands on the inside. So his hand did not get out to the outside, it's in the inside. As long as the elbow is, the hand is not like across the body. If you have a nice little window of gap here, you'll still get it. You'll still get it. So even though this is not ideal, the pressure is strong enough that once I go here, it's still gonna work. You just don't wanna be to the point where you're here, is this not worth digging out, okay? So, anytime you're locking this, and you're going to lock your figure four, you can just slide this. Just let that thumb rotate, turn your palm, slide and grind, lock and hug. Don't create this pocket, you guys will regret it. Okay, you're so close to finishing, so hug. Right now, I can tell the pressure alone right now is pretty tight. And then now I start to just grind my way past. It doesn't take much. Even if I get stuck, I end up mounting, I can still create pressure. Okay? So, if you focus on having a good grip and using that wrist cranking pressure, it's gonna make your grip pretty mean. I love this grip. I think it's a great high percentage move, whether you're doing MMA or grappling. Okay?